Good evening. It's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Friday night, and you know what that means. It's time for SciFridays. As always, I'm your host, the Captain, bringing you classic sci-fi from years gone by. And as always, SciFridays is brought to you by RU Game, the best comic book, collectible, video game, magic, role-playing, toy, a collectible and more store located at 124 North Sunset Drive, Piqua, Ohio, 45356. So, I know I posted on the feed the other day that I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it. I busted my butt to get this episode together, so it's not going to be perfect. I spent, as of recording this, the day before, I spent 6.5 hours, close to 7 hours in a car to drive 3 hours there and 3 hours back, plus construction and all that stuff, to go take the captain's lovely wife, the awesome Tina, to go see Stevie Nicks. Stevie Nicks is one of her favorites of all times. I'm more Fleetwood Mac guy, but you know, it is what it is. So I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. But I really busted my ass this week, and I got you guys an episode. So, like I said, not perfect, but it's an episode, and I really tried. I really did. So, the captain's going to sit down. We're going to sit back, go get your big, hey, be like the captain, get your big cup of tea. Speaking of which, I was in Kentucky, and I go, can I get an iced tea? And they're like, do you want sweet or super sweet? And I'm like, well, I don't want diabetes. But if those are my only choices, I'll take sweet. Captain preferably puts a little bit of sweet tea and a lot of non-sweet tea. But since it's in the bottles and I can't just chemistry set it, had to do with what I could do. So I got a $6 bottle of Gold Peak tea at the concert. I hate doing that, but I did. But hey, I'm not gonna lie, for like $30, I got 2 drinks, a brisket sandwich, big brisket sandwich, a load of tater tots, mac and cheese, and a pretzel for like $30. To be honest, it's not much more than what I pay for food when I take the Joe with me after we close on Thursday, because the captain's son gets preferential treatment. I buy his dinner after he's done working on Saturday nights. So, there's a lot going on. So, we're going to cruise on over here. We're going back to Quark. And everybody likes bringing up the hot twins, which is cool. But is it? Just saying. You definitely can't date them both at the same time. Just saying. Just, I don't think it. I think it's more hassle than it's worth. But that's just me. So we're going to go to Quark. This is episode 4, and this is the good, the bad, and the enjoy.
come on, Dink. You're a good-looking guy. Every species has trouble with commitment. Take it from me, there are plenty more gravulites where she came from. Anytime, fella. Palindrome!
Oh, Quark, I'd like you to meet Commander Kroll. He just got back from defeating a Bloton brigade.
Of course, Commander Kroll. I read about that in the periodical.
And this is Commander Stark. She just finished stealing the Gorgon defense plan.
Commander Stark, I've always wanted to meet you. I read about your efforts in Perma Report.
What have you been doing, Commander Quark?
Let's see. Well, I've been reading about you guys a lot, and...
Quark commands our garbage ship. He's very good at it.
Oh, so you're in garbage.
No.
That must be very, interesting.
Well, not really. There's not a lot to say.
Tell him about the time you couldn't get your garbage hatch to open, so you had to go down there personally with your space tools.
Well, Palindrome, I don't think these two really... Actually, it was kind of funny. You see, I couldn't get my hatch open, so I had to get my own...
It is getting late, Palindrome.
Oh, that's right, yes. The head will be waiting. Come, Quark.
See, the darn hatch...
Well, Quark, you just have to tell the commanders your story some other time.
I can't wait.
Command the crew. You will free the hostages on the planet Novacell. Commander Stark, you will destroy the runaway comet in Sector 3 and Quark. Garbage. The galaxy ad infinitum.
Star note. My mission to boldly seek out grime and grit, to collect the uncollectible space baggie, to always leave the area cleaner than when I found it.
Commander, I gotta talk to you about Ficus.
What about Ficus, Gene?
I don't know. I just don't know. What do you think?
I didn't bring it up, Gene. I really don't know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, me too. Like this morning, he had a gauge in his ear.
Although I should learn to be more tolerant. Ficus is weird.
Ficus is weird.
Adam, what do you think of my new outfit? What do you think of my new outfit?
They're very nice. Ficus, what do you think of the Betty's new outfits?
They would appear to be 20% Filmar, 50% Raelium, with a certain amount of...
Ficus, forget the fabric content. What's your opinion?
Excuse me, I misunderstood. They're terrible.
Ficus! Insensitive plant.
Ficus, even if you didn't like their outfits, you should have said something nice.
But, Commander, that would be a lie. I mean, where can they possibly hold their gamma guns or protect themselves from the heat and cold? Look how little material there is.
I know. You see, Ficus, humans sometimes lie in order to protect feelings.
That's true, Commander, but protected feelings are false feelings.
That's true, Ficus. But to humans, false feelings feel good. Say, Ficus, why is there a gauge on your ear?
Well...
Commander, I'm picking up something on my scanner. I can't make it out. The ship has just bumped into ultralight. Something out there is pulling us forward.
Why, Ficus?
Sir, are you referring as to why the gauge on my ear or why this phenomenon is occurring?
The phenomenon, Ficus.
I thought so. I must point out that my calculations are not complete, as this problem is just surface.
Ficus, give it to me straight.
Giving it to you straight, all signs point to us being sucked into a black hole.
I don't want to be sucked into a black hole.
Ficus, are we in big trouble?
The biggest.
What's going on? The ship's vibrating faster than a quivering quasi-nord.
Relax, Gene. We've been sucked into a black hole.
I don't want to be sucked into a black hole.
That's what I said.
Oh, Grot.
Don't swear, Andy.
I'd rather be a maid.
Ficus, in your estimation, can the ship handle this pressure?
No. Is this one of those times I should have lied?
Yes.
I thought so.
Adam, couldn't we activate the scanner and see what the inside of a black hole looks like?
Activate scanner.
Commander, I've dreamt of dying my whole life, but not in a black hole. Let's slingshot out of here.
Gene, I'll give the orders.
Commander, for your own good, I'm taking over command of this ship.
Gene, stop it. Ficus, let me know when the pressure reaches zero.
Commander, you're not listening to me. I said I'm declaring you unfit to command.
Gene, not in the middle of a black hole.
I'm sorry, Commander. I didn't mean to question your authority.
That's all right, Gene.
Must have been a blow to your male ego.
You've all been in space too long.
Sir, the pressure is approaching zero. There's nothing we can do. The ship will explode any second.
Explode? I don't want to explode.
Adam, look how beautiful it is. Isn't it romantic, Adam?
Romantic? What do you mean romantic? Let's get out of here.
But it is beautiful. Look at all those pretty colors.
Colors? Who gives a space wallop about colors? Let's blast out of here.
Tension does strange things to you, doesn't it, Gene?
Everything does strange things to Gene, Adam.
Sir, look, the pressure's coming back.
We must be passing through the black hole. Ficus! We're going to live!
I am thrilled.
Starship Maya, this is Adam Quark, standing by to receive your garbage. Prepare to eject load.
Roger. We have you on our scanner, Quark. Opening hatches. Prepare to receive load.
Dink, what's going on? I was sound asleep. Dink, Dink, Dink. How many times I have to tell you, enunciate? You mean the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff is here? Oh, boy. If Admiral Flint's around, this must be big. Admiral Flint.
We're waiting, Palindrome.
Oh, yes, Admiral Flint. What seems to be the problem?
I demand an audience with the head.
Oh, I couldn't bother the head at this hour without knowing why.
Palindrome, you get me the head.
Now, on the other hand, you wouldn't want the head without good reason. Oh, I'm sorry to bother you, sir. Were you thinking?
What else can I do, Palindrome? I'm not that good an athlete.
Oh, not that good an athlete.
Head, Admiral Flint here.
What is it, Admiral?
The finest ship in my fleet, the battleship Maya, has been obliterated, knocked out of the galaxy, and I want to know who did it. I think we should take everything we've got, throw it against him. I want this animal caught.
Yeah, Admiral Flint. Adam Quark is one of the most alert, wide awake, aware, on top of it commanders in our entire fleet. And you should see how active he keeps his crew. Yes, they're always ready for any situation. Tireless magicians of space and muck.
Ficus, see who's calling us.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and Ficus, why is that gauge in your ear?
Because it is imperative that I...
Quark, you are to return to Perma 1 at once.
Palindrome, you seem awfully serious. Is something wrong?
Look at him, playing innocent. You traitor!
Traitor? What are you talking about? We've just taken our naps.
Oh, look at him, taking a nap. Admit it, you're a Gorgon sympathizer.
Who was that?
Quark, the Maya's been blown up and they say you did it.
What? That's ridiculous. We haven't even reached the Maya yet.
You haven't even reached them. Quark, watch this scan back. Can you explain that, Quark?
Palindrome,
Quark, return to Perma 1. That's in order.
I don't understand. I saw it, but I don't believe it.
I love you all, but if there is any trouble at Perma 1, I've never seen any of you before in my life.
You pipe down. We gotta stick by the commander in his hour of need.
Thank you, Gene. I appreciate that.
Yeah, at least until we get you back to Perma 1 for your court-martial.
Adam, was it really you who blew up the Maya?
No. Yes. Ficus, this is just a thought, but could it be possible that passing through that black hole in any way caused this to happen?
I cannot be sure for certain, but in my personal opinion, I'm certain that I'm not sure.
Ficus, what does that mean? Can't you just say yes or no?
Yes.
Yes what?
Yes, I can say yes or no.
I know we didn't blow up that ship. I'm innocent.
I hold here in my hand an essay written by Adam Quark in the 2nd grade. I would like permission to read it and enter it officially into the record.
Permission granted.
Thank you, sir. In the 2nd grade, Quark wrote the following. My daddy is big and strong. He always talks about the evil Gorgons. I think they sound funny. Funny? The Gorgons? Funny? I see nothing humorous about the arch enemies of our universe and our way of life with freedom and justice for all.
Well, Admiral Flint, Quark was 7 years old.
The Gorgons get them young, Palindrome.
Oh, never thought of that. Get him young? Of course, sir. Just knowing there are men like you makes me feel secure.
Oh, quiet, palindrome.
I could go on, but is there any doubt in this room that Quark is a Gorgon sympathizer?
Would anyone care to speak in favor of Quark?
Well, Quark doesn't go around blowing up ships. He's not that creative.
I've just learned that Quark has destroyed my battleship Luna. I demand an all-out attack on Quark!
This doesn't sound like Quark, but I'm afraid I don't have much choice. Silence! Quark has served the United Galaxy well. His mind must have snapped. Space does strange things to men.
Perhaps the strain of too many garbage runs.
We shall have a moment of silence in Quark's honor. All right, Flint. Blow Quark out of the universe.
Ficus, what is the gauge doing in your ear?
Interesting you should ask that, Gene. You see, as a Vegeton, there are certain requirements that I have.
Commander, I'm picking up another ship.
Identification?
It looks like a United Galaxy Sanitation Patrol ship.
Sir, its markings are exactly the same as ours.
Bring their commander up on the telescreen.
Jumping spaces, that's you, Commander.
Star note. This has been a very unusual day. Ficus, what's going on?
It's obvious, Commander.
Yeah, well, it ain't to me.
That black hole we passed through was an anti-universe. What you're seeing is your opposite, your anti-self.
Anti-self?
I thought it was tough being a transmute.
Commander, from what I've observed, I'd say you're face-to-face with evil Adam Quark.
Listen to the plant, Quark. I'm going to destroy you.
Look at that coward run. I've always hated Quark. This time, victory will be mine.
I heard this before, Adam. Your good side always whips you, baby. Always.
Not this time, clone.
I ain't no clone.
I don't understand this. What's going on around here?
It's obvious, Gene. What we're seeing is the classic example of the Molestrian theory of duplication caused by the divisibility of Spalmadique space.
That explanation makes me...
What's wrong with you? Commander, let's chop Ficus up into a little salad.
Gene, if anyone chops up Ficus, it'll be me.
I can't stand it anymore. I gotta kill something.
Then start with Quark.
I want 6 KM-190s to go after Quark right here.
6 KM-190s? Admiral Flint, be reasonable. Quark commands a garbage ship.
Make a note of that. Auto-palindrome defending a Gorgon sympathizer during an emergency.
What? Quark is calling me? I'll take him to the office.
Make a note of that, too.
It wasn't me, it was my evil side.
Your evil side?
Yes, I'm in a battle with myself right now.
You're in a battle with yourself? I told him you weren't a Gorgon, Quark. Crazy, yes. Gorgon, no.
I wasn't sure if you were going to believe me.
I told him you needed a little time off, a little rest. But oh no, Admiral Flint has to send the entire fleet out to destroy you.
They're going to destroy me?
Oh, I wasn't supposed to tell you, Quark. That slipped out.
Palindrome, you gotta stop them.
Oh, promise me you won't tell. I could get into big trouble.
You could get in big trouble. I'm going to be destroyed.
Quark, do you know what's at stake here?
Yes, my life.
Something much more important, my job.
You gotta help me. I'm telling you, I'm attacking myself at this very moment.
Quark, please.
Palindrome, if you don't defend me, I'm gonna tell about your little slip-up.
Quark, I can't go in there and tell them about your evil side. They'll think I'm crazy. It's a terrible career move. Quark, don't do this to me.
Star note. While being attacked by myself, I've learned that all the forces of the United Galaxy have been sent to destroy me. It's moments like this that make me realize it isn't very pretty what a galaxy without pity can do.
Star note. Being out of the black hole is fun. I can't remember being this loose and jolly.
Adam has an evil side? You never told us, Adam. How exciting.
Vicus, program maneuver plan red.
Yes, sir.
Gene, give me as much power as you can.
Yes, sir.
Ficus, program attack plan red.
Yes, sir.
Gene, give me more power, I'll break your face.
Commander, you're such a spacehead. I'm taking over command of this ship.
Try it, transmute, and you're space jelly.
It's no use. We're both making the same moves at the same time. It's like shooting into a mirror. Betty, get me Commander Quark.
Well, what else should I call him?
He's coming up on the screen, Commander.
Quark,
Quark, if this battle continues, we are both going to lose. We'll blow each other up.
you're breaking my heart.
It's not me I'm worried about. It's my crew.
Maybe we should get together and have a dance.
Don't you wise off to the commander like that.
Gene.
I don't care if you're on the commander's evil side. You don't scare me.
Gene,
You try anything and we'll spot on that ugly face of yours from here to Espos 4. You got that?
Gene, you're talking about my face.
Oh, sorry.
Quark, I propose that we meet face to face.
Just you and me? That's right. We'll meet at a neutral spot.
The Phalanx asteroid.
One-on-one?
Exactly. And no weapons.
I like it.
A fight to the death on the Phalanx asteroid.
A fight to the death?
I didn't say a fight to the death. I said a meeting.
We're closing in on Quark. 1 minute.
Everybody, can I have your attention, please? Just for a minute, please. Well, things aren't always what they seem. Life's funny that way. Life's funny that way. Yeah. Well, what I'm trying to say is that everybody has a good side and an evil side. Good and evil. I'm dying, aren't I, sir?
Yes, Palindrome.
Well, I tried.
Admiral Flint, I'm closing in on Quark.
Nail him, Jordan. Nail him.
But, Admiral, there's a problem. There are 2 Quarks.
2 Quarks? Admiral, hold your fire till we get to the bottom of this.
Hold my fire? Hold my fire? I've got 6 KM-190s, 2 Z-240s, and 8 Photon Death Cruisers. Now, what do you want them to do? Have a prayer breakfast?
Admiral, I order you to hold your fire.
Oh, but you heard Quark's essay. The man's obviously a Gorgon.
Flint, you're too much. The next thing I know, you'll be accusing me of being a Gorgon.
Check up and see if you can find any of his old essays, would you?
Did anyone hear me say a fight to the death?
Oh, Adam, this is the bravest thing any man has ever done. To think that I can tell people that I once knew Adam Quark, a man who fought a fight to the death.
I never said a fight to the death. I said a meeting. Resolve our conflicts in open and honest discussion.
Vicus?
Yes, Gene.
Define the issues.
Throw the switch.
Come to terms. Chat with each other. Get to know one another as people. A mutual ground on which to base an understanding.
Quark, you're not being fair.
All right, Quark. I couldn't be more fair than this. Choose your weapon, gun or dagger.
All right, that's better. The gamma gun.
Good choice, Quark.
Hello? Don't hello me, you creaky bucket of bolts. I hear a familiar voice. How's this for a familiar voice? Are you my evil side? I ain't a toaster, you goody-goody droid. Thanks for clearing that up. You are a pitiful, creaky excuse for an android. I agree completely.
Come on, Betties. We'll watch the commander on the telescreen.
I wouldn't go near there.
Betty, it's us.
You know, I thought you space bimbos were lame. Hey, wait a minute. You can't talk to our Betties that way.
I happen to like it.
Who you calling a space bimbo, bimbo?
Yeah, I didn't say that. You did.
This is a fascinating experience, isn't it? Greetings. Yes, it's very interesting to clear up many of the questions I've had regarding the effects of Meniphean logic on the construction of semiconductor when applied to diedetic conforms.
Vicus!
Exactly.
What's going on? You like your evil side?
Correction, Gene. There are no good or evil plants. There are only plants.
Blasting you was gonna be a pleasure, Quark. The side of me I've always hated, the good side. I'm going to get you, or my name isn't Adam Quark. If it weren't for you, I couldn't have married But you kept saying she's married. Don't do it.
Now it's my turn to get even for all those times you got me into trouble at the educational center by writing bad words on the walls. You didn't even know how to spell them. I did too. You did not. Liar, churchgoer, villain, hero. Get up. I knew you didn't have it in you. I would have pulled that trigger without batting an eye. That's what separates you and me. I have character, strength, moral fiber, yes. Which is why you're no fun at parties. I don't have to take any more from you. I've got the gun. Call your crew and have them beam us up to your ship. So, Quark, what now?
I dismantle your weapon systems and your reactor, and I send you back to your black hole.
Quark, maybe we can work out a deal. No deals, Quark. Where I come from, we believe that goodness and honesty are virtues, not deceit and villainy.
How cute.
Goodness will always triumph over evil. It's the foundation of our confederacy. I'd rather be dead than hear this. Wherever men strive to help their fellow men, wherever one lonely voice cries out,
I'm beginning to get homesick for my black hole. Don't worry, Quark. You'll be home soon enough. Transport me aboard, Gene. We're taking these guys back in.
Betty, how's the tractor beam holding up?
Tractor beam on target, Commander. We're approaching the black hole, Commander.
We're here, Commander.
All right. Let her go.
Star Note, keep your deflectors up, do-gooder. You haven't seen the last of this face.
Hey, I'm one proud space jockey, Commander. You were mighty tough with that guy.
Well, Gene, sometimes you just have to be firm with yourself.
Palindrome.
Smooth, Quark. Very smooth. But I smell Gorgies. And one of these days, you're gonna slip, and then I'll crush you.
Do I know you?
You a Gorgon? That's ridiculous.
Sorry, Dink. We're committed.
Yes, Quark?
Palindrome, I'm sorry about all this trouble.
You're sorry? Just for destroying two of our finest ships? For costing us over 3 billion round ones?
These things happen in space. What would you have done if you were in my shoes?
Ficus, for the last time, why the gauge in the ear?
Well, it's very simple. You see, this time of year, vegetons have a tendency to lose their moisture, causing my legs and lower torso to become brown and brittle.
Your torso becomes brown and brittle?
If I'm not careful, yes. This gauge monitors my moisture content. And here's the interesting point. You see, by alternating my interpithers with my outer
Again with the big words.
I am able to perform a punctuary symbiotic
But what a
subversion
remarkable
without
vocabulary.
any suprathematic and I think you'll
Quark,
find this the interesting
if I were in your shoes, I'd have dropped this whole crew off down the black hole.
Star Note. I admit they may be somewhat unique, but they are mine.
You're the clone.
Come on, guys.
I'm not the clone.
This kind of liability. On the other hand, I personally would put it,
Just like this car, my body needs the right kind of fuel. Del Monte, pineapple grapefruit.
New Del Monte pineapple blends. 50% juice, 100% great taste anytime. It's the sensible alternative.
Get real fruit energy. Concentrated in Del Monte fruit snacks like yogurt raisins or tropical fruit mix. Tasty, chewy snacks packed with concentrated fruit energy. They're a powerful good snack.
The doctor said I could take Anacin 3 for my headaches. It's 100% aspirin-free.
The same aspirin-free acetaminophen that's in Tylenol tablets with no coating. But Anacin 3 adds a protective coating for easier swallowing.
Take 3.
Anison 3.
Denise Bradley is having an asthma attack. She can't blow out this simple match. For occasional attacks, try Primatine Mist. In as fast as 15 seconds, Primatine restores free breathing. Primatine Mist, the fastest type relief known.
I am proud to be me. I'm very proud to be me. If I'm the best me that I can be, then I'm proud, so proud to be me.
And I am glad to be me.
When I look in the mirror and like what I
Teddy Ruxpin, Grubby and Fob hand puppets from Worlds of Wonder.
You know, I will tell you guys again and again and again. Always get your DC Connect, get your Marvel previews, and get your regular previews. And place your order so that you know what you're getting. And you make sure you get what you get every week. So, but I hope you guys are digging Quark. I hope you guys still like Quark, because realistically, we're going to be on episodes really fast on this show. So, but thinking of running out of shows, I want you guys to bow your head, because we're bringing you the last episode of Jason of Star Command. If everything goes all right, we'll be walking right into Space Academy with the next episode, but not 100%. I'm thinking about it. But yeah, this is it. This is it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The last episode of Jason of Star Command, which if you have animation by Filmation, you can go back here to the back and you can find, look at that, the live action series Jason of Star Command. Look at that. You can come over here. You can list all the episodes that I've aired. And boom, there it is. Boom. Battle for Freedom, the last episode of Jason of Star Command. So I hope you guys dig it. It's done. It's over. This is it. So this is season 2, episode 12, Battle for Freedom. Enjoy.
Jason of Star Command.
Duty is reason enough for a man to do his best. Recognition is not at all necessary.
But you earned the medal, Commander. Just think of how many young cadets you can inspire when you're at Fleet Command.
I'll be satisfied if I can inspire some respect for regulations in you.
Yes, sir.
I'll leave you in charge because I have no other choice. But this time, for once, act like a real commander.
I will follow the book to the letter, sir.
I'll believe that when it happens.
Commander, have a nice trip.
Thank you.
Greetings, Commander.
Dragos. Are you Star Command? Quiet, Star Command!
It is no use, Commander. My drones have your communications circuits locked. You are my prisoner. And soon, you will be my bargaining power.
the Star Command, Prime Council Jody.
Thank you. You must be Jason, acting commander.
Yes. And this is Samantha, another member of our staff.
Samantha?
Prime Council?
This is Professor...
Professor Parsifal. You need no introduction. Your brilliant scientific achievements have made you a legend to the people of Kryton.
I'm honored.
Thank you for receiving... excuse me. Thank you for receiving us so quickly, Jason. As my message indicated, the people of Kryton are in terrible danger.
From Dragos, I gather.
Yes. He has demanded that we surrender to him. We refused, of course, but as you know, Kryton is a planet dedicated to peace. We have no way to defend ourselves.
How terrifying for you. The Fiend?
Stop worrying, Prime Council. Star Command will deal with Dragos.
Star Command to Dragonstar. Star Command to Dragonstar. Come in, Dragonstar. Come in, Dragos. Come in, Dragonstar.
Come in, Jason. I've been waiting to hear from you.
Prime Council Jonine has requested protection for Kryton. As acting commander, I've granted her that request. If you attempt to capture Kryton, Star Command will defend it with its full power.
I would not advise that, Jason. Not unless you wish to see Star Command's actual commander marooned in space forever.
Commander is a fleet command.
Ha ha! Wrong. He is my prisoner. I'm holding him captive where you will never find him.
You're lying to me, Dragos.
Jason, you accuse me of lying? Me, an honorable man? Huh. I shall prove myself.
It is the commander.
Jason, do not allow Dragos to capture Kryton. That's an order. Jason, I repeat, protect Kryton. Do not let your personal concern for my safety influence you. Is that clear?
Sam, can you locate him telepathically?
I can try, but you'll have to keep him talking.
Jason, I repeat, is that clear?
Yes, Commander, but I am in charge now. Or have you forgotten? I don't have to take orders from you anymore.
What?
Well, good point, Jason.
Jason, I swear, if you allow Kryton to be captured, I will have you sent to the most...
It pleases me to see such discord at Star Command. But enough. I have a planet to conquer. Is Star Command going to mind its own business, Jason?
I need some time. Several hours.
2 hours. That's all. Just 2. Dragos, out.
That's where the commander is, in a cave. I have a very clear picture of it.
That's one of the planetoids in the D2 star system. And D stands for danger. That planetoid has strange, unexplained effects on humanoids.
What kind of effects?
It's different with every individual. One person becomes silly, another a brutal savage.
My people will be grateful. But, Professor, isn't there something that will protect him against the effects of the planet?
Well, there is a fluid you can take, but it doesn't always work, and it doesn't...
Give me some.
Me too, Professor.
Sam, this mission is too dangerous. I can't possibly let
Now, don't you pull rank on me, Commander, because I'm going. And don't tell me you won't need a backup.
Anyone ever tell you you had a stubborn streak?
Everybody.
take this as soon as you land. If it works, the planet won't affect you, but I can't guarantee anything. This one's for the commander.
Thanks, Professor. Let's go.
Jason, may the blessings of Kryton be with you.
Thank you.
We need all the help we can get.
Well, here we are, Sam, D2.
I'm ready to go.
No, hold on. Two things first. Atmosphere checks. And now, our medicine.
Awful.
As Parsifal's fluids usually are.
You first.
Oh, no. 1, 2, 3, swallow.
Oh!
Ooh. Anything that tastes that bad, it better work.
I hope so.
Let's go.
You see, Star Command isn't really that far from the Dragon Star. This map, which incidentally I invented, shows it quite clearly.
It's fascinating. Well,
There goes to Star Command.
Oh my. I want to speak to Jason. I've got to stall him.
There goes calling Star Command.
Star Command, Professor E.J. Parsifal, Chief Science Officer speaking.
I don't want to speak to you. I want to speak to Jason. Where is he?
Repeat, please. Message garbled.
I said I want to speak to Jason.
What's that? I can't hear you.
What do you mean you can't hear me? Is this some kind of trick? I can hear you perfectly.
Is this what? Could you speak louder, please? I still can't hear you.
See if you can hear this. Jason has just 1 hour to give me his answer.
I did it. I sent him a fake scramble circuit, and it fooled him.
You were splendid. Absolutely splendid.
Thank you, Joni. I mean, Prime Council.
Please, call me Jonine.
All right. If you'll call me EJ.
Okay. EJ.
This is sleeping gas. You're gonna convince our friends over there that they need this. Can do?
Can do.
Commander! Stay away from me, stranger. I warn you.
Stranger? Commander? It's Jason. Don't you recognize me?
I never saw you before in my life.
Yes, you have, sir. You're my commanding officer. You've forgotten.
Liar. I never forget.
It's this planet.
has a bad effect on people. It's made you forget. This will help you remember. Drink it, sir. Please, sir, drink it.
Leave me alone! You're a stranger. You came here to trick me?
I can't leave you alone, Commander. I need your help, just like a lot of other people.
Help? Other people?
Yes, that's right, Commander. Commander, you've got to listen. I know we don't see eye to eye on everything, but you're the best commanding officer that Star Command has ever had. We need you. You've got to try to remember.
I tell you, I don't remember you.
Dragos. Do you remember Dragos?
Dragos. Dragos. Evil!
Yes, sir. That's right. You fought him all over the universe. You've kept him from enslaving people and planets. He made you a prisoner. Dragos put you here.
Dragos. Dragos. Dragos! Jason, what are you doing here?
You beat it, sir. You beat the planet. You're back.
Back? I don't know what you're talking about. But I do know this. We've got to get out of here and start protecting Kryton.
Yes, sir. I assume you're taking over command again, sir.
You bet.
Jason, you found him! Commander, are you all right?
Of course I'm all right. Any reason I shouldn't be? Hey, why is everybody acting so strange?
It's just that we're glad to see you.
Let's get back to the ship. Come on.
Master, we have received word that the prisoner on the D2 planetoid has been rescued.
Jason. The professor have tricked me. Launch drones immediately.
He's launched his drones. I've got to stop them. Those unmanned machines can do a lot of damage.
But how can you stop them?
By launching Star Command's drones.
But your commander, if Drago still has
I know, Jonine, but I have my orders. I have no choice.
Jason to Star Command. Jason to Star Command.
Jason, thank goodness. Jason, did you rescue the commander?
He most certainly did. Now stop talking and defend Kryton.
Yes, sir. This is control. 1 and 3 away. 2 and 4 away. 5 and 7 away. Infernal machines out of space.
But what about those other ships in orbit around Kryton? Why haven't they joined in?
Well, they're probably thinking twice about tangling with Star Command.
Master, our allies are retreating before Star Command's advance.
Fools! Cowards! Go ahead, run! I don't need you. I've never needed you. The next time, I shall capture Kryton by myself, and I shall rule the galaxy by myself!
There go 2 of Dragos' drones.
Thank heavens there aren't anybody in those things.
Jason! your friends have stopped me from taking Kryton. So I will take revenge instead. In a moment, you will feel the force of my Almanite projector.
Almanite projector? What's that?
It's an antimatter ray. We get hit with that, we'll be launched into another dimension. We haven't a chance against that ray.
The Dragon ship hasn't a chance either. If that ray hits matter as dense as a red dwarf star. Like that one right over there.
Are you suggesting we act as bait to draw Dragos' fire?
If he hits that dwarf star instead of us, he and his ship will be hurled into another universe.
I'll take the risk. If you and Samantha will.
I'll take any risk to get rid of Dragos.
Hang on.
Jason, that was very close.
So he'll keep on trying. Now we can lead him where we want.
Fool. He's trying to escape. But I've got your range, Jason. I won't miss this time.
Jason, look! The Dragon Star!
I swear, somehow, someday, you shall pay for this! Someday, Jason. Someday.
Jason, you've done it! Dragos is gone!
At least for a long, long time, Sam.
You're wonderful.
Star Command, calling Star Command. Star Command, calling Star Command.
This is Star Command. Commander Parsifal Professor Parsifal speaking.
Professor, as one commander to another, well done.
I think that Professor suits you fine, EJ.
Professor, we're coming home. Professor. Professor, do you hear me? Come in, Professor Parsifal.
For a beautiful body, just pump, pump. For beautiful skin, you just pump.
It's here. Medicated Noxema skin cream with a pump. It cleans like no soap can and doesn't dry.
For beautiful skin, you just pump.
Noxema with a pump.
I was cramming for a huge history final on 500 pages of text. It was way after dinner, and I was getting hungry.
Snickers satisfies you.
You eat a Snickers and you say, okay, now I can face the 17th century again. Snickers really takes care of the hungries.
Packed with peanuts, peanut butter nougat, caramel, and milk chocolate. Mmm.
Satisfies you.
Packed with peanuts, Snickers really satisfies.
If I want something to tide me over, I go for Snickers every time.
Someday there's something fishy in the forest. When the Smurfs and an all-new Kissy Fur join together for a 1-hour special, it's gonna be...
Lots of fun.
Sunday. This Sunday, The Mission, where the lives of 10 men rest in the power of one. Sunday, a special 1-hour episode. Amazing story.
Honey!
To those whose lives are stimulating enough, we offer the caffeine-free choice of a new generation, Pepsi-Free. Made with absolutely no caffeine, just great Pepsi taste. Caffeine-free, Pepsi-Free, because life is stimulating enough in regular and diet.
Yeah, boy. Look at that. Look at that. Facsimile editions of both Micronauts and ROM. I have an extra copy of Micronauts sitting on a shelf at the shop ready for sale. And ROM, I probably have 5 or 6 number ones because I can jump on all of them I used to be able to get back in the day. So, alright. Hope you guys liked Jason Star Command. I hope you guys dug it because it's over. It's it. Done. We're going to move into another show next week. So, you know, I think we're going Space Academy because it just stays adjacent, but we'll see. But we're going to keep going with another show that's going to run out really soon, and that's Night Stalker. Can't say enough about this show. Love it. Not gonna lie. Thinks it should get rebooted again, maybe. Reboot the Night Stalker, not Kolchak. Kolchak's almost perfect. Even though I did write a treatment for the Kolchak tapes, where Kolchak's son, when his dad dies, finds out that he has all those tapes at the end of each episode, goes from there. Jumps to modern day. Boom. There you go. So, this is Night Stalker. This is episode 7, and this is The Sea. Enjoy.
Missed your chance.
You told me this man could help me find whatever killed my wife.
You still can.
Trucker picked up a hitchhiker matching Kolchak's missing witness, dropped him off near Koreatown. She has a dream. She will meet a man in need. She will help this man. She will open her heart to him, and she will find peace.
Turns out that our missing witness is an undercover DEA agent by the name of Victor Kolchak.
They're after him now for the same reason they were after you. Not your wife died.
Nick's driving home with his wife. Wham! Something slams into him. She still hasn't been found.
This Agent Kolchak's wife, she's dead, right?
Right.
Well, then who's this?
It's Linda. I haven't heard from Victor in days.
She's alive.
The Justice Department is filing suit compelling Kolchak to reveal his source.
He won't, you know that.
I was hoping there was another way.
Using me.
I need to know who you are.
I'm sorry, I can't help you.
I need answers!
We won't be speaking again.
You don't know his name.
The information was good.
Do you know how reckless that is? I don't know who you are, Carl.
What did you find?
2 calls placed to Agent Walton in the past 48 hours from a market in Koreatown.
Okay, you better get down there.
You're under arrest. Seen McManus?
He's not picking up? Edhead.
Speaking.
Where's Jane?
Not supposed to say.
Where is he?
Are you the boss? I promised I wouldn't tell, but he went to Koreatown.
What for?
Kolchak sent him.
What is it?
That's why I was looking for Jane to take pictures.
Pictures of what?
A double homicide in Koreatown.
Harry Reid, I'm with the Beacon.
Press has to stay behind.
No, my friend is in there.
I'm sorry. It's okay, officer. They're with me.
happened?
I talked to him, Agent Kolchak, just before they killed him.
Victor Kolchak? Did he send you?
What did he say? He said he was expecting Agent Walton, not me. He had just spoken to him on the phone.
Agent Walton was already dead.
I know. I told him that. Then he said, it's a trap.
Oh, you better get out of here, now.
Couldn't get the back door open. Or the closet. Guess that man was already hiding in there. So I hid under the cot.
Did you get a look at them?
I heard them. I never saw their faces.
I'd like to speak with you.
Ma'am?
나 좀 도와주세요. 어떻게 이런 일이 일어나요? 나 좀 도와주세요.
What's this, a turn-down service? It's your lucky day, Carl. Free to go.
Just like that.
Yeah, just like that.
I don't understand.
This DEA agent we were hunting for, we found him tonight. Shot dead in a Korean market. We don't need your source anymore. Come on, Carl. Let's go. Get out of here. Before I change my mind.
Now, can I do anything for you?
No. Thank you.
So how long were you behind bars? What, 5, 6 hours?
Yeah, something like that.
Bane keeps putting you in jail and you keep getting out.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, now you get to play the hero for refusing to betray a source whose name you didn't even know.
Yeah, you know me too well. Or rather, you don't know me at all.
No. I don't think I do.
crazy the last few days. I don't expect you to forgive me.
Good, because I don't.
I wish I could explain it. I can only say that I thought I was close to answers about what killed my wife.
And now?
Now, hopes raised and dashed are cruel indeed.
And what if I told you I could raise them again?
Kolchak. Hey, man. You okay?
Yeah, Vincenzo said you nearly got shot. Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I know how much finding this guy Kolchak meant to you.
Yeah.
But I think we found something else.
You mean we think I found it?
What is it?
Before he died, Kaleka's supervisor, Agent Walton, told us a story.
That Kolchak survived an attack while driving in a storm.
An attack in which his wife Linda was killed. Sound familiar?
You know it does.
Only, unlike your wife, Walton told us that Linda Kolchak's body was never found.
And that, my friends, was a big fat lie.
You found her body?
I found her, alive. I got this off that guy Walton's throwaway cell phone.
It's Linda. I know I'm not supposed to call, but I haven't heard from Victor in days. I'm scared, Rich. I'll try again later.
She's on the run.
If we're able to find her, she might be able to give us the answers you've been looking for.
I'm on it. That call was placed from a payphone in San Bernardino.
Payphone, then how can you track her?
I got some other tricks up my sleeve.
What about this source of yours? The one who told you about Kolchak in the first place?
Told you. I don't know who he is.
You never saw him? You never met him?
No. There was just this house that he sent me to.
Where? Carl?
I thought you said this was the place.
It is. I'm sure of it.
Then where's the house?
Do you think someone could have moved it?
The whole house in 48 hours.
Like on Home Makeover?
He said if I answered Kaleka's questions, I'd answer my own.
Carl, this house was never here. The cell phone you say you spoke to this source on never activated.
What are you saying?
Could you have been tipped off some other kind of way by a police source of some kind, a drug informant, who told you to look for Kolchak?
And then I just twisted it in my head. Imagine this source.
You're forgetting. Kolchak wasn't the only one hearing voices.
Who else?
Agent Kolchak. He told me he spoke to Agent Walton on the phone when Walton was already dead.
It's possible Walton was still alive.
But maybe he wasn't. And maybe this isn't all in Kolchak's head. Maybe there's something to this.
We are sorry. We are no longer open.
Oh, no. We don't want to buy anything. We just want to talk. Are you okay?
Okay. Yes.
She closing down the store?
She doesn't want to stay here any longer. Too much death.
Where will she go?
With me. I have a house by the sea, north of here.
Day? This is Carl Kolchak. He needs to ask you some questions about the man who was here. Victor Kolchak.
Did he ever talk to you about his wife?
그 사람이 자기 아내에 대해서 얘기한 적이 없는 애.
결혼한 줄 몰랐어요.
She did not know he was married.
근데 자면서 어떤 여자 이름을 얘기하긴 했어요.
He said a name in his sleep.
Linda?
Yeah, Linda. Look, we need to find her. We think the men who came here last night are looking for her.
그래, 린다래. 그 사람을 찾는데 어저께 봤던 그 남자들이 그 여자를...
사람에 대해서는 아무것도 몰라요.
She doesn't know anything about her.
Okay, thank you.
저기 잠깐만요.
She said there is something.
이걸 왜 꼭 손목에 차고 다녔는지 모르겠지만
He used to wear it around his wrist.
내 결혼 사진이 나한테 중요한 것처럼 아주 본인한테 소중한 거라 그랬어요.
It meant as much to him as her wedding photos meant to her.
이건 가져가세요.
She wants you to keep it.
You say he wore it on his wrist. Did you ever happen to see if there was a mark there?
요 왼쪽 손목에 하고 있었으면 무슨 자국을 못
It would
봤는데
have been like a birthmark. Red, shaped like a snake.
빨간 뱀 같은 자국이래.
그런 건 잘 모르겠는데요.
No, she saw no mark.
저기 내 주소예요. 치면
This
나한테
is where I'll
주세요.
be.
내가 그 사람 꼭 도와주고 싶어요.
If you find this woman, if there's anything we can do to help her, please tell us.
We will. Thank you. You want to tell us what that was all about?
I was just asking.
That particular question about the mark on Agent Kolchak?
Why not?
Because you always said that that mark appears on certain people after they've died strange deaths.
Yeah, dead people, not the living.
I also said this is a puzzle I'm trying to piece together. You know, I don't even know what all the pieces look like yet.
What do you think this means?
I don't know.
It's like that bracelet Madonna wears, right? And Britney Spears?
Those are Kabbalah strings. This one has knots tied in it in groups of 2, 4, and 3.
It's that head. Hey. Nice, we'll be right there.
What?
Linda Kolchak. And I think she's found her.
So the payphone she called from is located right here, directly across the street from the Travel Inn Motel in Tahunga.
You think she was staying there?
Look, even if she did, she would have paid cash to avoid being found.
That makes her hard to find, but not impossible. Even if you pay cash money, the motel man still takes your driver's license, puts your number into the computer system. I managed to get her credit record, which shows her driver's license number. I-888-4201.
Got a match for it at the motel?
That's what I'm saying.
Was she there now?
She left 6 days ago.
What?
Then you didn't exactly find her, did you?
I didn't say I knew where she is right now, but I found her. She just left again.
What do you mean left again?
She was there 6 nights ago, stayed 3 nights. Same thing 6 nights before that, stayed 3 nights, then left.
Hey, let me see that bracelet again. That's what this is for.
What?
The knots. In groupings of 2, 4, and 3. It's a perpetual calendar.
I don't get it.
Well, she's on the run. She can't stay in any one place too long. It's not safe to call her husband, so...
She's been shuttling between 3 different motels. This bracelet was a way for Kolchak to know where she was on any given day.
All right, 2 knots, 2 nights at one motel, 4 knots, 4 nights at another, 3 knots...
Back at the Travel Inn in Tahunga?
For 3 nights.
So if she was last there 6 nights ago, she'd be back there...
Today.
Ed rules.
They're on the move. They are on the move.
up the front.
Come on, Carl. Why have you dragged us all the way out here?
Anything?
The manager recognizes her, but says he hasn't seen her.
Wait. That's her, isn't it?
You don't think that's his source, do you?
I think that is Victor Kolchak's wife.
Wait there.
I thought she was dead.
Yeah. So did I. You ready to move?
Copy that.
I'd like to check in, please. Mrs. Kalika, I'm Perry Reed, and this is Carl Kolchak.
Hi.
What do you want?
To help.
How did you find me?
We can explain that later.
You got trouble.
Kolchak!
Right now, we need to get you to someplace safe.
I'm not going anywhere with you. Look, I don't know. Get down!
Shots fired. Go, 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 go!
All right, I just got off the phone with Chief Bratt. He assures me that the authorities are making all efforts to locate Carl and Perry. been 4 hours since they went missing in the midst of the shootout, and there hasn't been a single sighting reported. Jane?
We think they may be with this woman, Linda Kolchak, the widow of DE agent that was shot last night. Think that she's the one these bikers were after.
Any idea why they want to kill this woman?
That's the angle Kolchak and Perra working when this went down.
In their absence, it's the angle we'll all be working on. Seth and Rob, we need to find out who these bikers are and locate Carl and Perry before they do.
We're on it.
Dawn, I want you hounding the LAPD, sheriffs, and God forgive me, the coroner. Anyone so much as catches a glimpse of Carl, Perry, or this woman, Kolchak. I want to know about it first. All right. We all know our assignments. Let's get on it. Could you come with me?
Sorry to drop in unannounced, Tony. You can imagine why I'm here.
Why don't you tell me?
3 officers were gunned down in the line of duty this afternoon. It goes without saying. We need answers.
Yes, it does.
We're asking for your cooperation to monitor calls in and out of the beacon.
You want to listen to our calls?
For rapid response in the event that Reader Kolchak phones in.
We'll also need you to surrender your photographs, son.
Give you my pictures?
No. I know, Tony. It is a lot to ask. There's a lot at stake here.
Yes, there is. And you will receive no cooperation from this paper.
What did you say?
If something happened to Carl, Perry, or Jane today, I would hold you personally responsible.
Me?
Reporters are supposed to cover the story, not be the story.
I didn't make them the story.
You released Kolchak from prison so that you could follow him, so he could be your stalking horse.
You thought you'd find Kolchak's source.
All due respect, Tony. I don't answer to you about my investigative techniques.
No, you answer to the public, which is precisely what this paper will make sure that you do by publishing what we know when we know it.
Thought we were friends.
We were.
Then as a friend, do you really think that your publisher is going to refuse to cooperate with the FBI, the Crossbinder board? I'd hate to see you fall on your sword. Not for Kolchak. He's not worth it.
You can go now.
Here is my cell phone number. In case my friend changes his mind.
That was awesome.
He's right. The board might not back up my decision. We need to find Carl and Perry fast.
Yeah, I know, but how?
Your friend Egghead?
Egghead?
Could you get her back down here?
Yeah.
Well, I cleaned out the vending machine. We got cookies, chips, and candy for dinner.
Fantastic.
Linda?
No, thanks. How did you find me?
Your driver's license. You left a number with the motel manager.
But how did you know that I'd be coming back to that motel today? Vic's dead, isn't he?
Sorry.
I knew it. I knew it when I saw you. I had a dream last night and it felt so real. Victor came to me and he told me that he wasn't ever going to see me again. But he said it would be okay. That I wouldn't be alone. That I'd find peace.
Those bikers, were they the same ones that ambushed you and your husband 3 weeks ago?
Your husband thought this drug lord, Felix Morales, was responsible.
That's why he and Rich Walton came up with the story that I was already dead. We wore these bracelets so that he could find me again. After he'd paid him for our lives. But Morales didn't kill him, did he?
That was the bikers.
Who are they?
We don't know. We only know that they killed Morales and your husband and Agent Walton, too.
And now they're coming after me. Why?
We need every possible thing we can give. Okay, just give us 1 minute, will you? Thanks. Did you reach Edhead?
Yeah, she's working on it, but that's not why I wanted to see her.
What is it?
There's a problem with this story.
These are the killers?
Yeah, well, 2 of them anyway. I think I managed to get positive IDs.
How?
Their photos were in our files from Bank Shootout in Culver City 2 years ago. They're ex-cons by the names of Clayton Kranz and Roy Lockhart.
So that's good work. What's the problem with the story?
The story says that SWAT sharpshooters took out both Kranz and Lockhart. According to our files, both of these men are already dead.
Think you can sleep?
I'll try.
We'll just be in the next room.
Perry. You're so kind doing this for me. I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything.
I know you're reporters, but you're risking your lives staying with me.
My colleague, Carl, about a year ago, he and his wife were attacked in a storm by something he didn't see.
Is she okay?
She was killed.
How?
She was pregnant. Her fetus was torn from her body.
Oh my God.
Carl was told if he could find your husband, he might get the answers to who or what killed her.
Who or what? I don't have any answers for him. I don't think Victor did either. Who would tell him that we would?
Hey. You want some dinner? I got cheese ranch and barbecue flavor.
Maybe later.
We're gonna have a little problem in the morning.
What's that?
And I wasn't quite ready to flee justice today.
How much cash do you have?
After what I spent on dinner, about $60.
And I thought you were a rich man.
What do you mean?
You were right about Agent Fain trying to pit me against you. He told me your motive for killing Irene.
Irene's estate.
I always wondered how you could afford that house in the hills.
Yeah.
Did you give the cabin manager your driver's license number?
Yeah, I changed it by a digit. Yeah, you seem pretty nosy, though.
I know how we found Linda, but I'm still wondering how those bikers got there.
I don't know. I heard on the radio 3 cops got shot, but the bikers got away.
Who are they?
That's the question.
She can't keep running forever, Carl. Got any ideas on where we can take her?
Well, in case you haven't noticed, I'm kind of making this thing up as I go along.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Hopefully the cops will find the bikers before the bikers find us.
And if they don't?
If they don't, she's got to go someplace where no one will ever find her.
Who is it?
It's the manager. Just close it up the front desk, in case you folks need anything.
We're fine.
You want me to turn down the sheets? Got some bedtime mints here.
No, thank you. Good night.
All right, then. Good night.
I'll call you back. What is it?
She got something.
I cloned this agent's cell number like you wanted. Been listening to his traffic all night. It's mostly dead ends.
But
he just got the call. Kolchak's car's been spotted outside a cabin off the Sierra Highway.
The FBI is on their way there now.
I need a phone number.
Hey, Barry. I just want to say thank you for being here, for trusting me.
In for a penny?
Yeah.
But since I am here, maybe you could start trusting me a little bit more.
What do you mean?
You asked that Korean woman, Day, about whether Kolchak had the mark on his wrist.
Yeah.
Why? And don't tell me you were just asking an innocent question, because you don't ask innocent questions. Why would you think that mark would have been on Kolchak's wrist?
Because I have it on mine.
How did it get there?
I was born with it. Thought it was a birthmark until Irene died and I saw it in her body.
I don't understand how that could be.
That's when I started looking, and I found it on all these other people who died strange deaths.
But in each case, it appeared on their bodies after they died.
That's right.
You never found it on anyone else living? Never found anyone born with it like you?
Hello?
Carl, it's Tony.
Tony, how did you find us?
The FBI beat me to it. You gotta get out of there now.
I think it's too late for that.
Chance is the car. We'll never make it, not without her seeing us. We can make a run for it and back through the trees.
No, they'd hear us.
But they'll find us if we stay here.
I'm gonna draw them away.
What are you talking about?
When they start after me, get in the car and don't stop.
Oh, Carl, they'll kill you.
If I can make it to the manager's office, I can take his truck out of here. Do you have a better plan?
happened, Carl? Where's Linda Kolchak?
Kolchak! Kolchak!
Perry, hey!
Where is he?
In the conference room.
Oh my God. How did you get away?
I'm not even sure exactly. I just kept running.
You kept running and they didn't catch you.
No.
I can't believe it.
I was just telling Tony how Linda Kolchak got away from us at the motel.
You didn't see where she went?
No, I didn't.
Well, we'll just have to tell that to Agent Fain. We can't be of any use in their investigation.
That's right.
And we have no indication of where Mrs. Kolchak might have gone to.
I'm hoping someplace safe. Someplace no one will ever find her.
Life travels a crooked path. A course whose shape we cannot recognize except by looking back on it. How happiness leads to heartbreak. How a dark turn leads to peace and joy. Our purpose, like our destination, is hidden. But goodness is a refuge. A soft, warm light into which evil cannot see.
I wish there was something the family could watch together. There is. Who's that? Your fairy godmother. Watch.
For a limited time, you can buy Walt Disney's Cinderella on video cassette. And to celebrate, Crest Toothpaste is having a special offer.
Remember these little guys? Chuck and Gus.
How about her?
Ooh, this was your favorite part.
And when you buy Cinderella and 2 Crests, you get $3 back by mail.
They'll love it. Mommy, who are you talking to?
When the stars come out to play, babe, a twinkling show, ooh, dinner out of sight. Yeah, the night time is golden light time. Big Dipper at McDonald's. Showtime is night tonight. Ain't it like a real life? Talking about real life.
Mom's homemade pie. Now, Cool Whip.
I want my Cool Whip.
There isn't a fresh homemade pie that doesn't hunger for the fresh homemade taste of Cool Whip. Cool Whip. One fresh homemade taste deserves another.
So a lot of you guys reached out to me last week. You guys posted a lot of great characters, a lot of obscure characters. Not gonna lie, there's a lot of good ones out there. Big martial law fan. I guess I wouldn't say that they're Alien Legion. I've showed their comics before. Man, I love Alien Legion. That needs to see pop back up again. That's all I'm saying. So hope you guys dig Night Stalker, because we are going back to the OG, the original Kolchak the Night Stalker. Last week was one of my favorite episodes. I probably should show these in order, but there is no real order. I mean, they're in order. They aired in order, but you don't have to. So I'm just airing them as I want to air them. This is Kolchak, and this is the episode The Energy Eater. Enjoy.
Sparkles with architectural monuments to man's achievement, his artistic aspirations, his quest for the truth, his respect for the law. Now, a different sort of monument. There is a theory that dying institutions erect their own mausoleums before they die. This particular monument was to be a hospital and a research center, dedicated to extending the life of man, improving the quality of that life. It succeeded instead in introducing a new horror, a new way of death, a mystery. I became involved just after the hospital's completion, covering the dedication. The building's construction had been a little rocky. 2 Indian high steel workers had fallen off the top floors, but that was quickly forgotten and never explained. No matter, now it was dedication time and everything was roses. It was all I could do to stay awake.
Your name, please?
Oh, yeah. Carl Kolchak, INS. Eh?
Here you are, Mr. Kolchak.
Thank you very much. Anybody important here today?
Oh, no, just a bunch of reporters.
Thanks a lot.
Good afternoon. Mr. Kolchak?
Yeah?
This kit has been carefully prepared by the Public Relations Department. It contains all of the general information about the hospital, plus a commemorative coin. If you would like for me to get you a drink, I'd be happy to do so.
That's very good. You remembered that all by yourself, didn't you? You want to be an actress, right?
You can tell?
Yeah.
Good. I'm just doing this for the exposure. It's difficult for someone just starting to get exposed.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. Listen, anything in here that I should know that I don't?
Gentlemen and ladies, the bar is closed.
Yes, the barge is closed.
Temporarily.
That figure.
For those of you who don't already know, on my left is Dr. Ralph Carey, the medical director of the hospital. And on my right, Walter Green, the gentleman who built this fine facility. I would like to say a few words about these 2 fine men. Now, Dr. Carey comes from Toledo, Ohio, and his teachers there at Southside High remember him as a man with a fine mind, an athlete, and a boy who always got things done.
Gung-ho.
Now, when he was in... Dr. Carey won the... It's nothing at all, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we're back to normal. However, time is growing short, so perhaps we had better begin the tour right now. If you'll just step toward the elevators. We're running a little short of time, so we will exclude the tour of the lower level as it's listed in your program. Now, the hospital is all already in use. We already have some patients. And you are about to see the most modern facility in existence.
Nurse Eisen, pathology. Do you enjoy your work?
Oh, yes. A well-performed autopsy is a joy forever.
My name's Kolchak. I'm with the press corps on tour here.
Why aren't you with him?
Well, I got lost. However,
I'm sorry. If this is an interview, you're going to have to clear it with public relations.
You mean you can't even talk to the press? How about having a cup of coffee? Or do you have to clear that with the cafeteria?
Oh, relax. It's all right. It does that a lot. I've reported it. I suppose they'll fix it eventually.
It's supposed to be brand new, isn't it?
They said it takes a while to get everything working.
Yeah, well, I feel that way myself some mornings. Why is it so hot down here?
It's the air conditioner.
Air conditioner, huh? There's cold air coming out of there. Maybe the PR department closed off some of the vents, huh?
Why don't you check that with them? I'm sorry, I'm working.
Yeah. This what caused the power failure?
I don't know. I'm just a broom pusher.
Uh-huh. Look at those cracks.
Sometimes if you pile drive to the lake bottom, you can have a settlement crack of that type.
Settlement cracks. Do you see a lot of those around here?
Nope. My foreman told me.
Ah, where's your foreman?
Don't know.
What's his name?
I don't know.
What's your name?
I don't know.
Thanks a lot. So the funds came from conventional sources, huh? I mean, no union pension funds or blind loans or anything like that, huh? You sure? Okay, thank you very much.
Your angle on the hospital dedication, Carl. How did you come up with it?
Oh, a little research and imagination.
Some angle. 2 pages condemning the lack of geriatric facilities. What did you promise her this time? Orthopedic glitter boots?
Well, Tony, there is a vast and growing proportion of our citizens in their autumn years who are living on fixed income, faced with a growing inflation, possibly even a recession. I mean, they have their rights, their special needs, they're organized.
Really? What do they call it? Wrinkle power?
That's disgusting.
They call it gray power. And we're tough. We're standing up for our rights.
Well, don't stand up too quickly, Emily.
I'm all right. Sorry, Mr. Vincenzo, I may have come on a little too strong at the first, but I can't stand to see senior people glossed over. See if I can soften it up a bit.
Well, that's not the point. I assign the stories. The idea is for you to do what you are supposed to do. Now, what are you doing?
Well,
what is all this?
This?
Yeah.
Oh, these are blueprints for the hospital.
The hospital?
Mm-hmm.
Where did you get them?
I stole them.
Kolchak, you stole the plans?
Mr. Vincenzo.
Yes.
Telephone. It's urgent.
Hello, Mr. Kibbe? Don Kibbe, the architectural engineer? Yeah, this is Carl Kolchak. Kolchak. I gave you all that publicity you needed to combat those phony charges lodged against you in that building you designed, you remember? Yeah, I saved your reputation. Yeah, you said that if I ever needed a favor... That's right, Kolchak. Yeah. Well, I'd rather explain it to you in person in my car. I'll pick you up in about half an hour in front of your office building, okay? Right.
There was a shooting in Scorpino's restaurant. 2 men with shotguns just blasted little Augie Cesare and his 2 bodyguards. Looks like a turf war, Carl.
Well, they're always shooting at each other.
You don't seem too interested, Carl.
Oh, I'm on a story. And you always say, one story at a time, Carl, one story at a time. Besides, there's never any news in those gang killings.
You don't think there's anything printable here?
Nah, nobody ever talks. Listen, the last one I covered was typical. Of the 30 people in the restaurant, 20 of them claimed to be in the men's room, and the rest of them claimed never to have heard one of the 18 shots that were fired. All right, I'll cover it. But it's a waste of time, as you'd know if you'd ever done one.
If I've done one? How do you think I got behind that desk?
I don't know. How?
I was top crime reporter in this town when it was important, when it was dangerous. If you weren't careful, you could wind up under a Pierce arrow.
Oh, boy, that was a long time ago, Tony. Yeah, you've probably forgotten how. No, I'll do it.
No. I'm gonna show you how to dig out a story.
Well, good for you, Mr. Vincenzo. I like to see older people with spunk.
Yeah. And I want to see that hospital dedication story on my desk by the time I get back.
Yes, sir.
What do you think's going to happen at the hospital?
I think it's going to fall down. Good evening, good evening. Hey, you look tired. You been getting enough rest? You gotta sleep some more. That's the problem with the world today. Tension, anxiety, sleeplessness, insecurity. Medical enemies 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's right.
I don't like this one bit.
Neither do I. But just wait. I think this is bad.
Wait for what?
You'll see. Well, now it's not gonna do it.
Do what?
Never mind, come on.
Ooh. Don't they have air conditioning down there?
See for yourself.
Yeah, it seems to be working all right.
Right?
This should be the coldest floor in the hospital.
Right. The question is, why isn't it, huh?
Why are they still using temporary work lights?
Who knows? No juice, maybe. Come on. Now I ask you, is that a settling crack, huh?
No, I don't think so. It looks like structural damage from stress.
Dangerous, right?
It all depends on how far deep down it goes into the foundation.
Show you some more.
Yeah, you're right. There is a big problem here. And I don't think it's just in this section. I saw a couple of walls back there that looked like they'd been refinished.
So what do you think's causing it?
You know, first I'd get a sample of concrete and have it tested.
What if it's not the concrete?
Well, we'll drill a hole through the wall and look for either poor quality steel or not enough of it.
What if the steel's okay?
What do you want from me?
What if the steel is okay?
Well, then have someone check to see if the geologist goofed. And if that's not the case, look for a geothermal leak under the foundation. And with this heat, that's a real possibility.
Will you put all that in writing?
No.
Loyalty to your fellow engineers, huh, Kibbe?
Look, I've been the victim of unsupported accusations. So far, you've only enough to warrant a little more investigation.
A little more investigation.
What the hell is that?
That's something that warrants a lot more investigation. Where are you going? I can't. You're on your own. Wait for
Nurse Eisen to the pathology lab. Nurse Eisen to the pathology lab.
You? What are you doing here?
Hi there, Miss Nurse Eisen.
You had me paged.
That's right. There's something very strange going on in this hospital, and I thought you might care enough to help me.
Everything is under control.
Everything's under control. All right, let's recap it. How about the elevator and the heat and the plaster being knocked off the walls, and I hear that people are dying.
Well, of course people are dying. This is a hospital.
Okay. I think you ought to get an engineer down here so that more people don't start dying.
I'm afraid it's going to take more than an engineer.
Oh?
I don't know. There's just no explanation for what's been going on around
Well, then
here.
what has been going on around here?
Like this afternoon, a patient in a heart-lung machine was horribly killed. And this is an earlier case. Would you like to see for yourself?
Yeah.
This morning, this was a healthy young man, a staff electrician. He was found after the power failure in the hall. First, we thought he was electrocuted, and then we started an autopsy.
Oh, so what happened? What was the result? So what?
Mr. Kolchak, all of these people had some connection with electrically operated equipment.
For the last time, Dr. Carey will not see any reporters today, and he has no comment on anything. Dr. Hartfield, go right in.
Thank you. Doctor?
As far as I can tell, there is no precedence for this in the annals of medicine. This tar-like substance is all that was left of the blood in the patient's body.
What is the content of that substance, Doctor?
See for yourself.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's cool.
That's incredible.
That's how I feel.
Amazing. Virtually no plasma at all. I've never seen such a concentration of blood cells.
At first, it seemed to be a massive clotting, an acute case of polycythemia. But obviously, it was much, much more than that.
Yes.
You're Dr.
Kolchak.
Oh, yes.
Dr.
Now, gentlemen, please.
How do you do?
Detective Webster. Detective, these are among the leading pathologists of the city. Now, gentlemen, if you'll follow me, we will proceed with the autopsy. Oh, Dr. Hartfield, would you mind preparing the toxicological report?
Oh, gladly.
Dr. Kolchak, what do you prefer?
Oh, I'm not fussy. I'll take the feet.
Dr. Kolchak?
You're making a big mistake, Captain.
I know. I ought to book you.
For what? Impersonating a doctor? You'd have to take Carrie and the rest of those little sop ones along with you. Wait a minute. Will you just wait? Listen, those pathologists upstairs are trying to find out why this system blew out and what killed their patients.
The equipment is being tested.
Yeah, and that's what you're here for?
I'm here checking out all irregularities, including the possibility of sabotage.
Did you see those cracks in the basement? Did you see them?
Yeah, sure. They're settling cracks.
In your head. Listen, what would you say if I told you there's a force beyond your comprehension is trying to destroy this hospital?
I'd say goodbye, Kolchak. And don't try to come back in. I won't be so nice next time.
Fact, there had been no documented irregularities in the way the new hospital had been built. But, item, the generally reliable Indian high steel workers had left the job last October after several mysterious accidents. I found the same Indian crew now hard at work on the Starrett building on Michigan Avenue. The foreman told me as much as he could, but the high steel workers talked only through their shaman, or medicine man, Jim Elkhorn. high steel worker, I assumed I'd find him on the high steel. It was only after I went all the way up there that I found that he was back on Earth eating lunch and taking care of business.
Now, look, I didn't mean to be super critical the other night. It's just that, well, it's just that your legs really excite me. And when you wear that pantsuit and that vest, it's, I'm just trying to do you a service. You left your hairbrush and your platform shoes at my place, and I figured maybe you wanted them, Valerie. It's the oldest salesman's trick in the world. You deliberately forget your hat, and then you have an excuse to come back. You know what I mean? Valerie, I'm gonna have to hang up because I'm just not used to that sort of language.
Yeah, call Kolchak INS. You Jim Alcorn? Listen, I'd like to know why you pulled your men off that job at the Lakefront Hospital last fall. Was it because of unsafe working conditions you pulled them off?
It's tribal business. I don't discuss that with reporters or outsiders.
Your phone's ringing.
Thank you. Hello. Hi, Melinda.
Listen, before I say goodbye, could I step into your trailer and forget my hat?
No, I'm not tied up, darling. Hang on a second, would you?
What happened to that hospital? How do those high steel workers die?
Machimanito.
What?
Machimanito. He killed my men. Yeah.
Claudia Granoff, age 22. The little bit of movement she retained in her right hand wasn't even enough to let her wipe her own forehead in the sudden heat that was beginning to get to her. Claudia couldn't sleep. She was too concerned over what was going to become of her life. The truth was, nothing was ever going to become of Claudia's life. Here you are. Thank you.
Check those lines for any kind of break.
Doesn't it make you nervous with all this going on down here in a hospital full of people over your head?
Huh?
I mean, if anything goes wrong, you're going to take the rap, you know.
I beg your pardon?
Well, unless, on the other hand, of course, this hospital is built over a geothermal fault.
Geothermal fault?
Yeah, or bad concrete,
that's ridiculous.
Or structural miscalculations, or whatever it is. I suggest you stop scraping and patching these walls and start evacuating the hospital.
I think I'll start the evacuation with you. Officer!
You can never find a cop when you need one.
Officer!
Big problems, right?
Oh, all the lab personnel are here. We were called back. Seems there's been another strange death, this time in the orthopedic ward.
Yeah, what happened?
Well, pretty much the same as the other one. All the vital organs of the patient just seized up. And an electric orthopedic bed just went crazy and blew up.
Any leads at all?
None, and I'm scared.
Yeah, well, so are they, but they're not honest enough to admit it. Now, are you scared enough to go along with me on an idea? Jim!
So now you're gonna bug me at home, huh? Look, I'm right in the middle of trying to fix something.
Jim Elkhorn, Janice Eisen.
Hello.
Janice is a technician over at Lakefront Hospital, and I just thought that you might be able to help us.
Oh, sure. Please come in. Janice Eisen, this is Diane Lanier from next door. Diane, this is Charles
Kolchak.
Hello. Hello. I feel like we're interrupting.
Oh, no. Diane has got a raisin bread problem, and I don't know why, but for some reason it gets stuck
No,
in there.
it's my English muffins that get stuck.
Right. Look, could I fix you people a drink?
Oh, maybe later.
You were just about to get me a vodka on the rocks.
I'm sorry, babe. Excuse me?
Jim.
Are you sure, Charles?
About Matsumoto. Now, is that any relationship to Quasimodo?
You have a master's degree in business administration, and you still do construction work?
Jim, Matsumoto.
Machi Manito. He was called the bear god, Charles, and I don't really know why, since he was invisible. Excuse me, please. It's a question of economics, Janice. You see, High Steel pays $40,000 a year, and that thing over there was worth $16.5, and part of that was written off against public relations. An Indian head is a high visibility asset.
Bear God? Well, then you were putting me on. You knew there was sabotage going on in that hospital.
Jim, my rocks are melting.
I'm sorry, darling. Look, sabotage, I don't know anything about. Here, sit down, Janice. But I can tell you about Machi Manito.
Yeah, well, I wish somebody would say something about it. Now.
Carl said that you're a medicine man.
Yeah, I'm a shaman. It's a hereditary title, but I don't practice it much anymore since we got Blue Cross on our last contract.
Janice!
Oh, yes. Well, what about this bear god, Manito?
That's right, Miss Lanier.
Well, Machi Manito always lived in the general area of where the hospital foundation is now. And he was there before the Illinois tribe. He was there before the Iroquois.
Iroquois?
He was even there before Chicago became Chicago.
Chicago?
And he was referred to by some early French explorers, too. Hey, do you believe any of this?
Sounds good as most of the stuff I've been getting.
Well, anyway, to pacify Machi Manito, my people used to drive buffalo over his place, and he would eat them, I guess, which is a pretty neat trick if you don't have a stomach.
Well, that turns mine.
Diane, I think your muffin's stuck in your spring again.
Stuff the muffin. I'll eat instant oatmeal.
I really feel terrible about this.
Oh, hey, don't. It's oatmeal is very nutritious.
Yeah, and so is cream farina. If Machi Manito really does exist, why haven't we heard from him in recent years? I mean, why has he remained dormant?
That lake is shifted, and that land was underwater until it was reclaimed. So maybe the water has had some effect. I don't know.
You mentioned energy.
Yeah?
Now, the dead patients all had the plasma congealed in their bodies. Now, plasma is practically pure protein, and protein is pure energy.
And there is no other form of energy purer than electricity.
Well, I don't know about that, Chuck.
Now, Carl. Come on.
And then they cook it all right in the melon.
That sounds exquisite.
C'est magnifique. The name of this place is Wu's Great Wall of Peking, and it's only about 45 minutes from here. So if you get off work at 11 o'clock, we are in good shape.
Yeah, well, give my regards to Chef Wu, will you? Goodbye, Janice.
Janice? You know what your problem is, Charles? You have no time for the amenities.
Thank you, Dr. Brothers. Well?
What do you expect me to do?
Who knows? Let's try doing what your ancestors used to do.
No, I don't think it's gonna work.
Well, try. Anything's worth trying.
Do you understand mechanical stress at all?
No.
Do you have any idea the force that was required to split this concrete like this?
No.
Yeah, well, it's too darn big to be driven off by any dancing.
Well, try. Go on, try. Go on. Come on.
All right. You put that thing where you get a close-up of my foot.
Right, Chief.
Oh, look, it didn't work for my grandpa, and it's not gonna work for me now.
No, come on. Try.
Shh. I heard some.
What if he comes out? We've got no buffalo.
My grandpa told me about it, but I never thought I'd see it.
X-rays. I think our developing trays on the INS office will fit these plates. Come on, grab them. Give me another one right there. Yeah, put that up on top. Let's try this. Oh, wait a minute. There it goes. Take that one to there. See if it comes like this. We haven't got enough room. That's a vertebrae. What's that doing here?
Let's give it a whirl, see what we got.
All right.
Got one?
Okay. Holy. So that's Machu Manito.
Seems that Machu Manito predates any Indian records that exist. All right, now look at this. These are cave drawings from an area very near where the hospital now sits.
Really?
Neanderthal period, which means that Macho Manito could have been there before man.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, go on, read on.
Okay, now here's some sightings. Look at this. In 1673, Father Bouvet mentions Macho Manito in June.
I didn't know you read French.
Alors, je vais te montrer quelque chose ici. Monseigneur de Nancy le mention en juillet 1714. That means that Monsignor de Nancy talked about him in July 1714. All right, now look at this. The Iroquois talk about him in July and August.
Summer months.
Right, Kolchak, look, I know what are summer months and what are winter months.
Yeah, but apparently so does Macho Manito. I mean, there are no sightings in winter, right?
So he hibernates, what?
Like a bear.
Hey, Kolchak, yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. So when the lake shifted, the cold water at that depth kept it winter year-round.
That's right. And then when they excavated the land, it heated it up, right?
Right.
How do we get a cold?
Look, Green's company has a refrigeration division. He ought to know the building, man. He put it up.
Ha ha! This is why you called us, sir. To tell us to evacuate the hospital and turn it into a refrigerator because of some old legends.
Right.
And this absurdity.
Well, if it's all that absurd, you tell us how those patients died.
I guess it would be too much to hope that you two have finished. You're saying that Macho Manito is pure energy, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, he just sort of breathes it in, magnifies it, and blows it out.
Yeah, it's kind of super energy. It's like overcharging your patients, which is not unusual for a hospital, I suppose.
If I didn't hear this, I wouldn't believe it.
He just sort of breathes it in and then blows it out.
Something like that, yeah.
Now, what's that supposed to mean? That you believe in any of this tripe?
Of course not, Walt. But if you're feeling pressured, why don't you have a talk with one of our staff psychiatrists?
Yeah, Mr. Green is a bit testy today, isn't he?
Well, some people do behave that way when faced with concepts beyond the limited capacities of comprehension.
There's something you better comprehend. I'll have you arrested if you or any of your legends ever set foot in this hospital again.
As the great Louis Pasteur once said, any schmo can invent a rabies vaccine, but when will we find a cure for stupidity?
Gentlemen, we better go to the basement immediately.
What's the matter? Huh?
Look at that.
What?
There's something in there.
What thing?
Some kind of a thing.
Is it trapped finally?
Whatever it is, it looks like it's trying to get out.
No, it's not trying to get out. No. It went in there. It's feeding on the cobalt. It's growing stronger. It's expanding.
Where are you going? We've got to let it out of there.
Are you crazy?
Well, they let it get out. I gotta let it out of there. Macho Manito had done me a favor. He had proved to the others that he existed, but no one was ready for the immense problem of evacuating a giant hospital. Beds had to be found in other hospitals. Patients who were dependent on heart, lung, or kidney machines had to be moved with the machine. There was a shortage of ambulances and police cars. And Macho Manito was still to be dealt with.
Now, you're the public relations man, Frank. Now, evade it with finesse. Do I have to tell you your job? Oh, now, don't give me that, friend. You've sliced bologna much thicker than this in your day. All right, spare me. Now, here's your press release. Due to a weakening in the hospital's foundation, the authorities have deemed it advisable to evacuate the hospital pending further investigation, et cetera, et cetera. Now, can you work with that? And Frank, just give it to the major news services.
They released a story to the other news services. Yeah, after all we did. It's a complete cover-up. Listen to this. Listen. The facility will be temporarily deactivated so that a comprehensive facility study can be conducted. A determination will then be made as to how to proceed with corrective construction. Now, have you ever heard such patent blather in your life? They know it's Macho Manito. They know that. Are they going to do anything about it? No. What are you doing standing there? Go on, get dressed.
Kolchak. Look, Kolchak, many, many moons ago, When the buffalo roamed what is now the loop, my ancestors offered up sacrifices to Macho Manito.
Yeah?
Now I think it's becoming a police problem.
No, what do you mean a police problem, man? It's your problem. It's your heritage.
Oh, yeah, you get the loop and I get Macho Manito. Is that the way the game
No,
goes?
we got Macho Manito.
What do you mean, we? White man.
Now, what do you think you're doing with two of our best cameras?
I'm gonna hawk him. What do you think? Ask a stupid question, get a stupid answer. Listen, heavy truck's been rolling in out of that hospital all day long today. I'm gonna find out what's on them. It's all very hush-hush.
Well, so go and see. But leave the cameras for people who have some regard for expensive equipment. Need I remind you that within the last year, you completely ruined 2 cameras and the electric pencil sharpener?
Yeah, remind me of that sometime, will you?
I'll also remind you I let you borrow my 8mm projector. When was that? Last New Year's Eve? And it came back with guacamole all dripped down into the gears. That isn't funny. Cost me $20 to fix.
Oh, I didn't ruin that pencil sharpener. No, I just only went through a whole box of ballpoint pens.
Oh,
before
don't
she figured it out.
Will you listen to me, Kolchak? If you must use a big negative camera, isn't one enough? Do you need one for each hand?
I am going to fill this one with infrared film and this one with ultraviolet film. And then I am going to get an image, sir, of something that everybody else denies exists.
Infrared, ultraviolet. That means special film and processing. You're talking about mucho dollars, Carl. Wait a minute. What do you mean, something that everybody denies exists?
I am going to get a photograph of Macho Manito, and you are going to publish it.
Photo of who?
He's a great energy force, an Indian...
Who is Macho Manito?
A Cuban. Carlos Macho Manito. Yeah, he's a bantamweight fighter, and he's absolutely terrific. He's a real comer here. Put your money on it.
Here's a voucher. It's ultraviolet, grain film. $40! Kolchak, come back here!
Who is Macho Manito?
He's a Cuban fighter, bantamweight.
They were loading unmarked boxes into the hospital from an unmarked truck. But for me, everything had double cross written all over it. Get her all the way down to the basement, right?
Walter, I'm going to stay here. I want to watch what happens.
Use your head, Ralph. You come in contact with the liquid nitrogen, you'll get serious freeze burns.
Yeah, well, I'll see that I stay well away from the flow.
As supervisor of this project, I'm not going to let you do it.
Big, tough Walter Green, a man who's afraid to admit the truth, even when he's acting on it, huh?
Please don't lecture me, Ralph.
You're not afraid of frostbite. You're afraid this thing may go wild when we try to freeze it. You're afraid to admit that there's no logical explanation for this Macho Manito, that he might have a personality, that he might react to
Go
us.
outside, will you, Ralph? Will you please go outside? Well, are we evacuated or not?
My men are checking out all the floors for stragglers. Some of your workmen are still in the kitchen.
Everybody's out, Captain.
Good.
Come on, Ralph.
all right. Relax. Take it
Oh,
easy. Just
oh,
relax.
it's you.
Yeah, it's me.
Get me out of here.
Don't worry, Kyle. This isn't Lakefront. This is good old St. Vincent's.
Oh, St. Vincenzo. What? Oh, what happened?
You got some frostbite in your hands and your feet. They decided not to amputate.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that. What about it? What, Macho Manito?
Oh, I mentioned Machimo, what do you call it, to the fella Crane that brought you in here. He didn't know what I was talking about.
Sure he did.
Now, look, you just take it easy, get some rest. That's all you need. You'll be out of here before I know it. Wait a minute. I got something for you. Your film and tape. The film? Ruined by the cold. All that money down the drain.
$40.
These came out, though. Don't ask me what they're supposed to be.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll never forget that. Goodbye, Tony. Lakefront Hospital won't be up much longer. It's coming down to make room for a new marina, one with deep channels of icy lake water. Dr. Ralph Carey has gone back to private practice from the safety and comfort of an office in his own home, I hear. Walter Green, Construction Wunderkind, has another project going for him. His company is building the new Lakefront Marina. Some people can make a profit on anything.
It's Dream Phone, the electronic game with the talking phone.
He's not wearing a hat.
Call guys, get clues, figure out which guy really likes you. It's Dan!
I really like you.
Yes! Dream Phone, the hot electronic talking phone game.
It's for you.
You think I'm gonna dunk? I unleash my reverse layup. You think I'm gonna dunk? I unfold my jump hook. You think I'm gonna dunk? I serve up my fall away jumper. You think I'm gonna dunk? You think too much. You see, this is my planet.
Taxon Madness, it's Mall Madness.
Attention mall shoppers.
Mall Madness, the talking shop to your drop game.
Sales at the Fashion Boutique.
My own credit card. First out of the mall with all their stuff wins. I was born to shop. Mall Madness.
Seriously. A monster you can't see. That's great television. Seriously. The fact that you can make an entire episode and never once really show the monster because you can't see it by human... Dude, that's cheating, man. That's like the one episode, movie I watched a while back. I think it's like Island Zero. The monsters are invisible. Talk about production, man. Sweet. Dude, it's so easy, man. What are you gonna do? The monster, it's right there. Look, I got one of them right here. This is a prop from the movie Island Zero. As you can see, as you can't see, it is a monster. That's why I got an energy eater too. See, look at that. Look at it. It's round for some reason. So I hope you guys enjoy this. This is Kolchak Energy Eater. God, like I said, great idea. Don't show the monster. So as I'm babbling to myself and getting ready to repeat what I just said. So. All right. So, I've been telling you people, yes, I do have blaxploitation on vinyl. Got me some Shaft, got some Cleopatra Jones. This is old school. This is old. This is OG. This is original old school black vinyl, man. It's dirty as hell. I need to clean it. But, love. Yeah, seriously. Isaac Hayes, jeez, Joe Simon. Dude, you can't ask for better soundtracks, man, than the blaxploitations of the 70s. I got Superfly. I just did not want to dig for it for like an hour to try to find it. But I did find Shaft and Cleopatra Jones. Although, man, I really need to get me the Coffee soundtrack because, man, I'm a sucker for old Pam Grier. I love Pam Grier. Early crush, so. All right. So there's that today. But... we're going to talk a little bit, like I said before, Captain's got a movie coming soon. I'm going to start working on that. So there might be a week where the show don't air. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm working on a movie, something's got to suffer, and it might be this, might not. Maybe I'll bust my ass and still be able to do everything I was doing before. That's my goal. That's what I'm trying for. So, as I didn't think I was gonna get this episode done, but here we are, and I'm doing this episode for you guys, all of you, because you guys, I know you go after this is over, and you go over to Discord and you watch shows. That's awesome. Usually, the captain chills out with the Admiraltina, and we watch movies because it's Friday, and we're a married couple, so that's what happens. So, remember, I'm still there. We're getting closer. We're getting closer every day. 10,000 subscribers. One lucky subscriber will get a copy of Animation by Filmation sent to you via the mail in the United States. Continental United States, probably. I mean, I don't know. I've never had any problems shipping to Hawaii or Alaska, but I guess if you want it, I can ship it there. It's a book. It's a great book, but hope you guys enjoy it. So, as always, here we go. Get the rundown. Mondays at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, we bring you the best in interviews on Group Therapy TV podcast. A lot of great interviews. Oh my God, I'm meeting all these awesome people, and hopefully we'll get to hang out soon. I got a really cool interview coming up on this week's episode. Super cool lady. Can't wait to talk to her again. I can't wait. She's badass. Keep an eye on for Anna. SciFridays, you're watching it right now. The best in sci-fi every Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then the monster, the juggernaut, the beast that is. Saturday morning serials. It's still going strong. It's still kicking ass. This week will be 114 episodes. 114 episodes. We're on 60 here. Dude, I've got 300 plus shows between everything I do. And I've only been doing this for a couple years. So I am prolifically putting out material. So one of these days, this will be my legacy. One of these days, the captain will pass away, and they're gonna find all these videos of me putting together stuff for you, and they'll be like, "Wow, this guy had way too much free time on his hands," even though I have no free time on my hands. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to say thank you to so many of you out there. I don't want to really do shout outs tonight, because if I did, I'd be here forever. But each and every one of you are awesome. You're here every week. I see you in the feed. I see you in the comments. You guys are awesome. Stay awesome. And I'll see you guys in the morning. So take care. I'll see you all there. And Captain out. Bye.